Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Steve. I am, what am I? I don't really know what I am. I'm a full-time worker, part-time reseller, and a sort of treading my toe in the water of Lego investor. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Kind of what it is. That is what I'm going to talk about today. So Lego investing. I mentioned it on my first video that I've sort of started dabbling in that, and I just thought I'd go into a bit more detail, just sort of like a brief overview and kind of what I try to look for when I'm investing in Lego. I've literally only started doing it this year. I've been a collector of Lego for the last, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's kind of gathered momentum as I've got more into it. I just started. I got one of the larger sets one year, and I really liked it, and I thought I'd get another one of these, and I just find it very therapeutic if you need to just sort of switch off and just crack on and do something. It's all there, all the instructions there, and you put it all together, and it just looks awesome. It's done. I've got shelves up in my room, which I will try and put a picture up here-ish of, just to show some of the bits I've got. I've got tons of sets dotted all around the house, much to my partner's love. She's very tolerant of me, and yes, I thank her very much for that. I'm sure she will watch this at some point. So yes, so what I thought I'd just go through of, say, this year. Well, it was sort of end of last year. I was doing more and more Lego, usually sort of around Christmas time, between Christmas and New Year, when I've got like new sets. My birthday sort of end of the year as well, so I generally get sets for my birthday, sets for Christmas. So I start doing more and more, and I just was really enjoying it. And I was like, I wish there was a way I could make money from Lego, from loving this Lego so much. So I just started looking into it a bit more, and it turns out a lot of people do make money from Lego in various different ways. But yeah, the main way I'm going to talk about is Lego investing. So when I say Lego investing, I mean buying brand new sets that are boxed, not opening them, storing them away, and basically just keeping hold of them until they retire. So if you didn't know, Lego sets, after a certain amount of time, there is no set time period for the Lego, unfortunately. That would make things easier. But yeah, there's no that after a while that Lego just stop manufacturing them, because they bring in new sets all the time. So after a while, they have to sort of take some down to bring others in, which makes sense. But then people who haven't bought them sets yet, or they might be late to collecting Lego, and they might really like a set which isn't available yet, which isn't available anymore, they want to buy it. That's what kind of Lego investing is. So you hold on to it till it retires for a set period of time, however long you want to. In theory, the price should go up the more the longer you hold on to it. It's not quite as clear cut as that, as I'll try to sort of explain best I can, best of my knowledge. So yeah, and then obviously you sell it on, get the money back, and then hopefully you then reinvest that money into more Lego and more sets, and build. Yes, but like any investment, I suppose, it's not a sure thing. I wouldn't just say go and buy a Lego set now, hold on to it, you're bound to make money. You're not. There's so many different variables. As with anything, you could do that with shares. You could go and buy shares in a company, and you're not guaranteed to make money off it. Same with Lego. You buy a set, and you kind of, it's a gamble at the end of the day. But there's certain, I suppose, like with buying shares, like with any investment, there's certain things you can check for and sort of try to make it less of a gamble as much as you can. So not all Lego sets will make you money. Can't emphasize that enough. Not, you say don't just go and buy anything for the sake of it. Also, just I will point out, I'm not giving financial advice here, so I'm not saying buy this set, you will make money. I'm not that kind of person. This isn't that kind of channel to say definitely buy this set, you'll make loads of money. Yeah, there's so many. If you want to watch those, there's so many videos on YouTube of people going, definitely buy this set, you'll definitely make money. It's great, and then they leave a link and then they make money from that. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of channel. I just want to try and get people thinking about it. And that's all I've been doing for the last 6-7 months, is sort of trying to get my head around how it works and try and do the best I can. So I suppose my first tip, if you want to call it that, for Lego investing is to start small. So I would not say not all sets. Some of the really small sets probably won't make, maybe they hardly make you any money, if they make you any money at all. Same with the Lego minifigures. So for instance, the latest minifigures that are out are the Looney Tunes ones. I've bought them because I collect them. Basically, I've got the whole set now. I haven't opened it yet, but I've got the whole set. But if I was to just buy 50 of these, I might make money. Some of them might be rarer than others, but it's probably going to take a hell of a long time. And they're $3.50 each, so whatever, it's up to you, I suppose. If you want to buy 2 and then see how you get on, in 5 years' time those 2 might have doubled in price. Who knows? But totally up to you. But I would probably suggest maybe sort of like the £10 and up Lego is probably the better price ones. You can, some people invest big. They buy the £300 sets. You can get the Disney Castle, which is 350, I think, something like that, pound. And they just buy a couple of those, put them away, and that's their Lego done. Just fair enough. It's each their own. Horses for courses and all that jazz. Do whatever you think you want to do, really. I personally have been sort of aiming for the middle, sort of lower to middle end sets that I personally like, and that's kind of where I've been going with it. So I've got a few for my birthday and Christmas. I will show you one. There's Boba Fett, the Star Wars bust one. I did a cool thing there. Anyway, I won't play with Lego the whole time, not the table. So that I got for my Christmas. I put it together, absolutely loved it. It's probably one of my favourite sets to put together. I don't know what was, I think it was just the way it all came together, because you couldn't really see where it was going. All the middle bit doesn't look like anything like this, and then you just you slowly build up to the sides and it all comes together and it looks like this, and it's awesome. So one set that I really liked, and then I saw it reduced. So that, I can't remember, I think it was £55, I think was the RRP for it. So that's what I got. But then I saw it reduced, I think down to 45 or 40 maybe. Maybe 45, I can't remember now. So I bought one. I only bought the one. Usually I invest money in a savings account or an ISA, but for that month I didn't invest all of it. I saved some of it, bought one of those, just sort of see what happens. I've still got it. I don't know when that set's going to retire. It could be next year, it could be 4 or 5 years time. I don't know, but I'll just basically hold on to it until it retires, and hopefully I can keep an eye on the price, and hopefully it'll go up. And that's all we can hope for really with anything. Yeah, so that's one set I got. I'm not going to go into every single set that I bought. I maybe at a later date when if I buy some more, I can do another video on sets I bought and why I thought it was a good idea at the time. So that one, and then actually a few weeks ago, I saw that set reduced again on Amazon, and it was reduced a lot more. So it was reduced down to £35, and I think for that set, £35 is a great deal. So I bought two of them because you was allowed to buy. I think the maximum you could buy was 3, but I just thought I'll buy 2. That way, I've got 3 altogether, and then I've got 3 sets that I can hopefully sell, make a bit of profit on in the future. So yes, so just going through my notes again. I like to make a note. So yeah, so that is buying sets. Well, I'll come back to this. I've lost my train of thought. So sets that are retiring. That's what I'm trying to get my point across. There's on the Lego shop website, there is a section which is called Last Chance to Buy. It used to, actually a few weeks ago, I'm sure it was called Lego Sets That Are Retiring. But yeah, they've changed it to Last Chance to Buy. So you can actually see on there which sets are retiring soon. So that is probably one of the best places to start. So what you can do is look on there, look at the sets they've got. Obviously you can buy them from the Lego store if you want to buy them straight from there. But you can also look around. There's so many places do deals on Lego. Supermarkets are one of the best places. They reduce sets all the time. Argos, they're really good. They're always reducing sets, especially when they're trying to get rid of the old stock. They reduce everything, but they reduce a lot of it down to like 50%. So obviously that then shortened. The risk is a lot lower because you're paying half for it, and in theory, it's worth twice as much already when you buy it. But places like Amazon, you can buy off of there. Any kind of toy shop. There's so many places. Even Lego themselves have sales on. So I've bought things last year when I first started thinking about doing this. Beginning of this year when I first started thinking about it, they had a sale on at the end of the year. So I had a quick look on their website, and they had just some little poly bags, which are the little individual bags of Frozen, which I think they were reduced to £3 or something on their website. So I bought 10, I think, off of there. I thought it's £30 invested is not the end of the world. I think they're probably worth that again. So nothing to lose really. So yeah, there's so many places you can check. You can, in theory, I suppose you can buy them secondhand if they're sealed, if they're in immaculate condition, and unopened. You can probably resell them as they are and probably still make money on. If you hold on to it for that length of time again. A lot of times you can buy it and just flip it on and still make money on it, but it depends if you want to hold on to it longer and try and make extra money off of it. So yeah, one thing to think about when you're trying to work out which sets you think might be worth holding on to is you have to take into consideration, obviously, eBay fee. If you're selling it on eBay fees. If you're selling it on Amazon fees, which are a lot higher. You obviously could sell it on Facebook Marketplace, no fees. There's potential to sell it on there at some point. It might even be a quicker flip if you can buy something and sell it on there. And postage fees. Obviously, that's the added thing to think about. A lot of time you see them. If you buy them off Amazon, obviously people don't worry about postage fees on there. So then there's an extra amount you've got to sort of try and work out if you can still make money on it, if you still got to pay postage. So yeah, extra thing to think about. So one place you can check as well for prices of, I think it's prices of sold items as opposed to listed items. I'm not totally sure, but is a website called Camel. If you've not heard of it, it basically links to Amazon and shows what's on Amazon, and I think it just shows what's sold on there, but it shows you the prices of what is sold. So you can filter it by the Amazon price or the third party price, because people can sell sets themselves on Amazon, which is where this all kind of comes from. So some people really sort of list them high, and I'm not really sure how, if they expect to sell them or if it's just sort of throw it on there and see what happens. But you can see the prices that they've sold for if you filter it by the side, and if you look at ones that are still being created, so a lot of Lego sets are still around, the price is sort of fairly similar. But then once they stop, obviously Amazon stops selling it, and then the third party graph, if you want, to just shoot straight up, but it can shoot up for a lot of sets. So yeah, that's one place to check. It gives you an idea on older sets, so if you find a set that has retired, you can check that on Camel, and that might give you an idea of how that's done, and it might give you an idea of how future sets might do that are similar, if that makes any kind of sense. And also another thing you can check on Amazon, on Amazon or eBay, I suppose, is how many other people are selling them. You might pick up a set and you think, oh, that's a really good set, it's amazing, I can't believe I've got that. And then you look and everyone else has had the same thought, everyone else is listing it, and they're trying to make more money or trying to make less money than you want to make. So then you're stuck with a set which might not sell. So yeah, it's one thing to double check, make sure that there's not too many sellers. So on Amazon you can check the used part. There's a bit, it would tell you how many people are selling them, well, not used, sorry, how many people are selling them separately. So that's very handy to check, because you've got some sets that might have like 80 people that are selling them, and you don't know how many sets they've got. But that, for me, I would think there's a lot of people selling them, that's a lot of ones to get through before they might even get to mine if my price is lower, because there's companies that probably do this, that can buy in bulk and have less overheads and all that kind of stuff. So yes, one thing to look out for. So yeah, I personally just currently I'm kind of buying sets that I like, so I bought an extra couple Boba Fett's. I've got a Baby Yoda, Grogu, although it's called Baby Yoda on the box because it's before they revealed his name, not important. So I've got one of those to resell at some point, but that's me personally, because I think I would struggle if I bought a set that I really liked, or not even really like, just if I bought a set that I just kept for reselling and didn't have it myself, I think I would struggle. I would just keep looking and going, oh, that's really cool, and I think, oh, it's worth 100 quid, but I could just keep it. Then I'd be torn. So at the minute I'm generally buying either a set that I think I'm not fussed about, that I don't personally want it, or I buy sets that I've got already and I think I like it, someone else will like it, I'll just buy a few. There's people, I've seen so many channels on YouTube that talk about how much they buy, and people buying, oh yeah, I bought 100 of this and 100 of that. what I don't know where they store all this stuff, because Lego sets aren't small. But yeah, I personally just start small. If you want to build it up, obviously do what you think's best. It's your money at the end of the day. If you do want to buy 100, go for it. I'm personally just buying a few sets of different ones and seeing how it goes, and hopefully I can reinvest that and buy some more sets of other ones. One set I was going to talk about that I have personally, and I bought this before I was into basically before I was into reselling and before I was into Lego investing, and that's the Lego Winter Fire Station, which is number 10263 if you need to know, if you want to look it up. So I looked on eBay, and they're currently some sold. So I put a little picture up here of some sold ones I found that have sold for £100. I think the RRP for that one was either 80 or 85. It was around about that. So obviously that people are already making money on that set. That set retired, I think, last year. So I think it was end of 2020. I think that set retired. I might be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was last year that set retired. So people are obviously still already making money on that set. I personally bought it, say for my personal use, in the Lego shop sale, and it was reduced, I think, to about 50. I can't remember if it was around about, I wouldn't say 50 because that's probably the higher end. I think it might have been 40, between 40 and 50, but let's say 50 for argument's sake. So if that's the case, obviously I would have bought it for 50. If I'd have kept hold of it for 2 years, then the price has doubled. The prices I've seen, some were £100 with postage, some were £100 plus postage, included. It was around about £100. So, before fees, you've doubled your money after a couple of years, and all you've got to do is buy it, put it to one side, sit back, and then a couple of years time resell it. And that's kind of how simple it can be, but it's about finding the right sets, trying to second guess what people are going to be interested in, what certain themes might not be available for forever, and trying to get your head around and have a punt, really. So yeah, that's, I've probably gibbered on a bit too much for this, but hopefully that will give you a bit of an overview, a bit of an idea of my thought process, how I try to do it, and hopefully that'll help. But let me know down below what you think. If there's any sets that you think could be worth money in years to come. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, because who knows? There's no crystal ball really for what's going to happen. So there could be a set that's pretty terrible these days, but then all of a sudden a new film, a new book, or anything comes out, and all of a sudden everyone goes, "Wow, I really want that set." You don't know, and that's kind of the fun and kind of the gamble and trying to work it all out. So let me know what you think. Please hit like if you think this has helped at all, and if you are new here at all, please think about subscribing. I'm trying to sort of do a mixture of making money different ways. A lot of it's reselling. That's what I'm currently sort of doing majority of, but then when I get a bit of spare money, I try and invest in a bit of Lego if I see a set that is reduced to a decent price that I like. So yes, please hit the like, please leave a message below, please subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully I'll have a new video up soon with some other kind of content. Thank you very much. Bye bye.